Okay, so this is the truck. I've got her. So I was kind of a bit worried first when I went to start it earlier. It was sort of just a test, just to see if it would turn over, and it kind of surprised me when it turned over and it started. I wasn't expecting it to start that quick. So we're gonna run it for a second because there's no water inside of it or anything. I gotta move the seat up. My legs ain't that long because I was down inside of there. So we're gonna just listen to it run again, just for a couple seconds. Ready? Here we go. Wow. Okay, the fuel pedal works. That was my other test. I was curious if it was electronically going to work like the fuel pedal and stuff. So I'm good with that. It heated up. Now, this truck has about 220,000 and 230,000. You know, that's a lot of kilometers to somebody who's not handy. But someone like me, truck is 10 or 12 or 13 years old. For someone else, this wore out, but for me, this is great. Being a handy fellow, there's lots of information about this truck now. I can get spare parts cheap. The parts for it will be cheaper. And I can have the parts on hand before it breaks, because I'm going to know a history. There's going to be history. Okay, we're at 200,000 kilometers. This is going to be roughly gone. There's going to be a record of all the problems with this truck. So I should have parts on hand ready to go. I already got a transmission over there ready to go in if I need it, but I might take my time and rebuild it. It was out of the King Ranch, which only has 100,000 kilometers on it, and it's a light truck, so and it's the same transmission that's in this, so that transmission might be excellent for another 300,000 kilometers or so. Depends who's driving it, and I'm hoping to be here wherever it goes, so that the kilometers are going to be, you know, no stupid stuff done like what was done with this. You know, pulling out other vehicles. You know, low four-wheel drive, if you can't do it, no tugging. Stuff like that. Like, I mean, there's rules to stuff like that. If you're going to tug something, you know, give it some gas, let go, and let the momentum of the vehicle just give it a little jerk or something like that. But don't have the whole drivetrain locked up and floored, and, you know, and then the tires bring up with a whole big load that like this truck would have. You know, I want this truck to last a long time, and I'm hoping that the Blind Man Handyman show can, or my YouTube channel, I'm hoping that maybe I can drive across Canada and fix stuff for people, or across the United States, and find people that want stuff fixed across Canada and the US that is old, or someone doesn't really want to take the time to fix it. That's a truck like this that they got cheap. They want it running because it's worth it to them, and they want it gone over like I'm going over this, fixing everything properly, because I don't want this truck souped up and all that kind of stuff. These trucks, if they're not souped up and you take care of it, and now that you know where the problems are and you can prevent them, there's no reason I can't get 1,000,000 kilometers out of this truck. You know, with very little, probably with spending less money than what was spent on this truck to get this many kilometers. It's probably only going to cost me, I say for the next 200,000 kilometers, it's not going to cost me a whole lot compared to what it cost the first, well, with what's cost right now to get it back on the road again. Because I shouldn't have to go through this all again. This here, I should just have little things, because I'm going to keep up on it. I know I'll always be reading about this truck and its problems as it ages. And I'll keep up on top of it. And hopefully I can gather up spare parts as I'm going along in my travels. But thanks a lot for watching my channel. My channel isn't about only fixing. My channel is about what happens after a catastrophic accident. What do you do? And you have to find yourself, yes, but don't forget what skills you have and your abilities, and you know, and do what you like doing. I like this one. It's challenging, but to go in a garage and just change the same parts all day, no thanks. If I had to do brakes all day, I wouldn't do it. I would not do it at all if I had to change ball joints. But to go around and take big challenges on like this, stuff that's really difficult, yeah, I'll do this, because this is challenging to me. But I really couldn't do just brakes all day or anything. But thanks a lot for watching and subscribing and stuff like that. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you.